Thank you so much for coming on to learn more. For those of you guys that do not know me, my name is Katrina Epps. I'm a nurse. I have a pre-med degree from Texas A&M, and I don't tell you any of that to impress you at all. Just to let you know that I deal in science, and the chemistry of oils is what really resonates with me. And so I like to share a lot of what resonates with me, because it might be something that is your aha moment that gets you to go, okay, this is exactly why this is working, and this is exactly why I want to do it. And so when I do my meetings, I sometimes have a tendency to overwhelm people. And so I want to encourage all of you guys to take the information that resonates with you and then leave all the rest behind. Try not to get overwhelmed by what I say. This is not confusing at all. You don't have to be an aromatherapist or a doctor or a nurse to figure this out. Anybody can do it. And so I am just thrilled that you're here to learn more. If you will, if in the chat feature, you'll go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know if you're already a Young Living member or if you're just here to learn more. It just helps us to get you the information that you might need in order to make your decision to include essential oils in your health and wellness routine. I mentioned that I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure any illnesses. Nothing that I say has been evaluated by the FDA. It is intended to empower you through education to make informed decisions about your health and wellness journey. And so I'm thrilled to get you some more information. So we're here today to talk about Young Living, and one of the primary things with Young Living is essential oils. And so let's talk a little bit about those beautiful things. Essential oils have been around since the beginning of time. God created plants on day 3. He created a beautiful relationship with plants. They actually can't survive without us, and we can't survive without them. Essential oils are mentioned throughout history. They're noted in Egyptian hieroglyphics. There are over 188 biblical references to essential oils or essential oil constituents. Of course, the most famous reference in the Bible is when Jesus was presented with frankincense and myrrh. But you have got essential oils like spikenard and cedarwood, cassia. They are mentioned throughout the Bible. They have been used throughout time for medicinal purposes, for spiritual purposes, for mental purposes. And so you've got some beautiful stuff in your bottle of essential oils. So a little bit about Young Living. Young Living is worldwide, okay? What sets Young Living apart from any other company is our seed to seal guarantee. And what that entails is Young Living owns our own farms throughout the world. This is actually not even an updated list, but you can go and find farms throughout the world. And then we also partner farm with other farms throughout the world. And so we control and maintain the standard for our essential oils throughout the entire world. And that should bring you a whole lot of comfort when you are using essential oils to detoxify your home and to remove the toxic chemicals from what you put on in and around your body, because it really makes no sense to replace it with an essential oil that possibly has a chemical solvent in it. And so you need to know that your essential oils are from a source that is pure, and that's what the Seed to Seal guarantee is going to do for you. So what in the world is this Seed to Seal? There are YouTube videos, there are videos that have been put out by Young Living to explain this, but what it basically means is from the moment that the seed is actually harvested from the plant, all the way through when we put our seal and we distribute the essential oil out, we have our hands and in the oil so that we can make sure to maintain the purity and the therapeutic value of the essential oils. So I have actually been on a farm when they are removing the juniper seeds from the dried plant. It's actually done by hand. And so that's actually an important part of our Seed to Seal guarantee, because you need to make sure that the seed that's going in the ground is going to harvest a plant that has the essential oil that has the highest therapeutic content of essential oil, and has a plant that's going to create enough essential oil to get it out of there, all right? Then the cultivation. Again, we own all of our own farms or a partner farm. We have the purest cultivating process. And one of the big things about Young Living is the sustainable way that we farm. So we are not only just cultivating plants for essential oils, we are also partnering with Mother Earth so that we're giving back to the earth as well as we're taking from it so that it is sustainable for a lifetime, for a long time of distributing these essential oils. The distillation process, this is an art as well as a science. So when different companies come up with distillation processes, it takes a long time. This is an art to actually find out exactly how to distill your essential oils. We marry a modern method with ancient methods along with proprietary techniques that were discovered by Gary Young, our founder. We never use synthetics or solvents to extract our oils, so you're getting pure essential oils through our distillation process. Then the testing of Young Living. This is something that was really big for me, the testing, and actually I cannot even tell you how many times our oils are tested throughout this process before they get to you, because the numbers are so huge that I lose count most of the time. Basically, throughout the whole process, they test it 5 to 9 times, and then they test it again 5 to 9 times, and then they test it again, and it is tested so many times so that you can ensure that what you're getting in your bottle of essential oil is pure and it's therapeutic. And then the seal portion, okay? What's important for you to note is this is where most essential oil companies start their process. They get their oil from other distilleries, they slap their seal on it, and that is what you get. With Young Living, you have the seed all the way through the seal. Our bottling process takes part in Spanish Fork, Utah. And the beautiful thing about all of Young Living's facilities is anybody can go visit them at any time. So if you are ever in any of those places where you see a farm, you can pop in, you can be a part of the seed removal, of the cultivation, of the harvest. You can even watch the distillation. And so you can be for sure that all of it is done according to the seed to seal process, okay? So what is it that we're actually extracting from using the seed to seal method from the plant? Okay, you've got your essential oils. What are they? Essential oils are basically nature's living energy. They're the lifeblood of the plant. Again, I mentioned that God created plants on day 3. We can't survive without them. They can't survive without us. The lifeblood of the plant being that it carries nutrients to the plant, it carries oxygen to the plant, and it protects the plant from disease and pathogens. Basically, it replenishes and repairs the plant. It does virtually the same stuff and works very coercively with our body. And so that's what you've got once you have distilled your essential oil from your plant. Each essential oil is made up of tons of phytoconstituents. These are the chemical words that maybe you learned in chemistry or maybe you didn't because you slept through that part. But we're talking about monoterpenes, sesquiterpenes, phenols, ethanols. These are basically the chemical constituents that are in the essential oils that elicit the response from the body, whether that's physical, mental, spiritual, or emotional. So it's the constituents in the essential oil, and there's hundreds of them in just one drop of essential oil. And they are so tiny that they're able to permeate the cell membrane and oxygenate your body and replenish your body. And that's how they work in the human body, okay? They're gathered through extraction methods. I mentioned that this is the distillation process, the middle of the seed to seal. Some oils are gathered through steam distillation, and that's basically just a bunch of plant product that's been dried. They add heat at a very regulated rate, and this is another just, as you start to learn more, you realize how much goes into this little bottle of oil. You can't add heat at a high rate or at a high temperature because you're going to change the chemical constituent of the essential oil. So again, it's actually an art and a science. As the steam rises, oil and water don't mix, and so you've got your oil on top. That's the yellow portion in that pitcher right there. That's your essential oil separated from the plant product, from the water, okay? Your cold pressing is your citrus essential oils. That's gathered through cold pressing. The citrus essential oils are actually the rind of the fruit and not the juice of the fruit. So when you are, let's say you like to add lemon to your water, which is great, the juice of the fruit actually contains the nutritional value of the fruit, and then your rind contains the medicinal value of the fruit. That's where, so you're getting completely different properties when you're drinking the rind and you're drinking the actual juice of the fruit. Resin tapping, that's where you're going to get frankincense and myrrh, copaiba. They actually go in and they tap the resin from the plant, from the trees. And then absolute oil extraction, that's where you're going to find your essential oils like jasmine and neroli, and that is extraction from the actual flower. That's a very time consuming. You have to actually pick the flower at the exact right time of the day, and you have to distill and extract at exactly the right time. And so again, extremely specific and an art to getting these essential oils extracted in their most therapeutic way, okay? All right, so just a few facts just to remind you again why you're getting so much goodness in your bottles of oil. It takes 5,000 pounds of rose petals, that's a lot of rose petals, to make 2 cups of rose oil. That is why our rose oil is so expensive. But the frequency of rose is so incredibly high that it is very, very beneficial for so many systems in your body. It takes 6,000 pounds of Melissa to create 2 cups of Melissa oil. Melissa oil is actually the lemon balm. It is extremely good during this season of stuff going around. Melissa is a good oil to have. It takes 27 square feet of planted lavender to create, what is that, a 15 milliliter bottle of lavender. That's a lot of lavender. Little aside, there is over 100% more lavender sold in the United States than is actually grown. So that might make you just kind of pause to think about what is in your bottle of lavender if it's not Young Living Essential Oil lavender. 1 drop of peppermint equals 28 cups of peppermint tea. That's a lot of tea. All right, so I have mentioned Young Living Seed to Seal. I want to just make sure and mention again the importance that you recognize that I'm only talking about Young Living essential oils when I'm recommending the way to use these essential oils. You're going to go to the grocery store, you're going to look on Amazon, you're going to go to the health food store, and you're going to find essential oils that actually on the label will say 100% pure. And they're going to say 100% therapeutic, and you're going to get confused. And that's highly likely. And the reason being is in the United States, the FDA does not regulate the labeling of essential oils. As a matter of fact, the FDA actually says it only has to have 5% essential oil, and it can be called 100% therapeutic, and it can be called 100% pure. The reason being is because a lot of people will add chemical solvents to your essential oils to make them go further. They will add fillers so that they don't have to add all of that liquid goodness that we talked about during the distillation process. And so I just want to give you kind of a visual as to what I'm talking about. So I like to talk about orange juice because everybody knows what orange juice is. Let's say that you've got 20 people at your house, and you need to give everybody orange juice. So you're just gonna run up to HEB and get the cheapest concentrate that's there. And you're going, it's not enough to fill 28 glasses of orange juice. So you're gonna fill it halfway. And then you're gonna add the rest of water because nobody's gonna know. Well, it's still orange juice, it's still pure, and it's still therapeutic, but it is not real orange juice. Then the next time everybody noticed what you did. So this time you're gonna go to HEB and you're gonna go ahead and get the actual squeezed orange juice. You're gonna come back and you're gonna add 3/4 of a cup of orange juice. But these people like to party, so the rest is gonna be vodka. Well, it's still pure, it's still therapeutic, and it's still orange juice, but it is not the real deal. Then the last batch of orange juice, you're actually going to fly to Florida. You're going to pick your own oranges. You're going to come home and you're going to squeeze your own orange juice, and you're going to fill that glass all the way to the top. Well, that's the difference between a Young Living essential oil and any other essential oil. So just make sure that you recognize the pure beauty that you've got in these bottles. Okay, so now you've gotten your bottles. What in the world do you do with them? Because just sitting here looking at it's not doing a whole lot, okay? There's many different ways for you to use your essential oils. The most popular, of course, is aromatic. That's where we're going to use our sense of smell. So there's two ways to get your essential oils in through your sense of smell. And your sense of smell is the only sense that we have that's directly linked to the limbic lobe of your brain. Right in the middle of your limbic lobe is your amygdala, and this is your emotional control center of your brain. It controls your emotions, your feeling, and your memory. So when you actually breathe in a pure therapeutic grade essential oils, you are tapping into that limbic lobe of your brain. I want you to think about that every time you breathe in your oil. So you're going to have an emotional response. It might trigger a memory. It might bring up a feeling. And that is because we are actually having direct access to that limbic lobe, okay? So there's two ways to use your sense of smell to get your essential oils in your system. The first way, and this is probably the most popular way, is through diffusing, okay? You've got a diffuser right here, and I'm diffusing essential oils. You put water in this diffuser. You add anywhere from 8 to 10 drops of essential oil. There's really no magic potion to it. It's the smell that you like. It works on ultrasonic waves. You plug it in, and it's going to send that essential oil up, distributed it in those water particles, and you're going to breathe it in. So this is a phenomenal way to get your essential oils into your system all day long. At nighttime, when you put it right by your bed, in the office, you can put it in your office in order to help you have a more upbeat attitude, to help you focus more clearly, to help support your immune system. Then the second way you're going to use your sense of smell is direct inhalation. And this happens to be my favorite way to get my essential oils into my system, okay? And all that looks like, and if you have a bottle of Young Living essential oil, I encourage you to get it out, okay? So you're gonna take your bottle and you're gonna hold out your hand and just put a drop in. Now let's say 2 drops fall in my hand. My hand is not falling off, okay? The only wrong way to do this is not to do it. You can put 2 drops in here, you can put 3 drops, you just don't need it, okay? You're gonna rub your hands together just lightly. My hands are still wet, and then you're going to cup them over your nose, and you're going to deep inhale. I always encourage everybody to take 3 deep breaths. Let that essential oil get in through your lungs, which is what it's doing. So it's going directly into your body. It's having direct access to your limbic lobe of your brain, and you're getting all of the benefits. I happen to use peppermint. Peppermint is a smooth muscle relaxer. It's a vasodilator. It helps you to focus. It helps with head tension. It helps with stomach upset. So many benefits, and just by breathing it in. Then I never waste my essential oils. So then I am going to use them. The second way you're going to use your essential oils, topically, okay? Your skin is your largest organ. Whatever you put on your skin is going into your system. It's important for you to remember, hey Leah, I see yours, you got stress away? It's important for you to remember that whatever you put on your body, it's going into your circulatory system, okay? It's actually bypassing your digestive system. So some people feel that putting their oils on topically is actually more beneficial than even taking them internally. So that's all it looks like. You can put it on topically. This is where you might need a carrier oil, which this is not an essential oil. Carrier oils are the fatty portion of the nuts, and you're gonna add that to your essential oils if you wanna dilute it. Diluting it does not change the effect of your essential oil. It decreases the absorption rate, so it just doesn't irritate your skin as bad, okay? The bottom of your feet is a great place to put your oils on topically. You can put them in some Epsom salt and take a bath in them, again, absorbing the magnesium from the Epsom salt and your essential oils directly into your skin. All right, let's talk about internal. What? I thought you couldn't take essential oils internally. So with Young Living, we have a full line of essential oils that are labeled with what we call our Vitality line. These are considered generally regarded as safe by the FDA and can be taken supplementally, meaning they can be taken internally, okay? So you've got a full line of the white Vitality oils. Now I'm gonna just throw something at you because I like everybody to know this. Both of these oils are citrus fresh. One has a white label, one does not. The non-white label is labeled for topical and aromatic use, and the white label is labeled for internal use, that you can take it as a supplement. Actually, no difference in the essential oil. They're exactly the same thing. So, but, well, I can't say so. So basically, I could take this internally, but if I was instructing you, I need to say that you can take the Vitality line internally, but they're the same oil. So if I wanted to use this one in my diffuser, I could. This is water, okay? It looks like vodka. It's not. That's for a different day. This is water. So how do you add your oils to your water? Well, just like that, okay? How many do you add? You know what? It's a personal preference. As many as you want. Your oils are going to stay on the top, so when you drink it, you're going to want to shake your water. You do not want to put your oils in plastic. Plastic is a petrochemical, and the essential oils are going to grab onto that, and you'll actually be wearing your water if you put it in a plastic bottle. So you want to use glass or stainless steel. All right? That's internal. Let's talk about cleaning, because you can use your essential oils throughout your entire home to remove the toxic chemicals from your home. One of the best ways to do that is by cleaning using essential oils. And that happens to be our thieves line, okay? There is a legend that during the bubonic plague, there was a band of thieves that would go and dig through all of the dead bodies and steal from them. Well, they got caught by the authorities. And these band of thieves never got sick. So what the authorities basically said to them is, if you tell us your secret as to why you're not getting sick, we will lessen your punishment. Well, they were using a blend of herbs: lemon, rosemary, cinnamon, clove, and eucalyptus, which happens to be the blend of thieves. That's where it got a name. So now you know why we call it thieves. Thieves is in all of our cleaning products, all right? So all of our cleaning products are extremely concentrated. What that means is you get to dilute it. And this is where you end up saving quite a bit of money. How you dilute it, it's all on the back. Depending on your dilution ratio, you can get up to 22 bottles of cleaning solution from this one bottle of concentrate, and that's for medium duty heavy cleaning. So this is my bottle of Thieves Cleaner, okay? I clean my entire house with it. What does that mean? Toilets, yes. Shower, yes. Grout, yes. Kitchens, yes. The top of your baby, whatever, the high chair, yes. Clean it all. So cleaning products, laundry soap, dish soap, hand soap. Thieves goes throughout your home. Then you've also got, oh, look at Leah showing you all of her Thieves products. Then you've also got all of our essential oil infused products, okay? So this is where we go from essential oils to over 700 products, and it could totally overwhelm you. But we just like to introduce you to a few so that you understand that this is a lifestyle. This is using Young Living, and Young Living essential oils can actually pretty much replace everything in your home. So when you infuse your supplements, you infuse your CBD, you infuse your antioxidant drink with essential oils, what it does is it increases the bioavailability. All that means, that's a fancy word for the fact that your body can utilize the nutrients in your supplements and in your products. It increases it by 80%. So that is a significant amount. Whether you're looking for an incredible vitamin D supplement, whether you have heard about CBD and you would like to try cannabidiol, it's all infused with essential oils. Whether you've heard about this crazy red drink, Ningxia Red, which is probably one of my #1 recommendations. Everybody on God's green earth should be drinking 1 to 2 ounces of Ningxia Red a day. This is a powerhouse of antioxidants. Basically, that's a fancy word for it's going to bind to free radicals, and it's going to stop oxidative damage at the cellular level. So it's going to stop that damage from happening. 1 to 2 ounces of this is pretty much a game changer. But we have all sorts of supplements, whether you need digestive enzymes, whether you need help going to sleep, that oils are not just doing it. And so you need to use the Kids Unwind. You've got kids that need to focus now because they're zooming for hours at a day. You've got products that can help with that. The gamut is unlimited. And if you do decide to get started with a starter kit, you will get a product guide because I can't go through it all right now, nor do I want to, okay? All right, so that's cleaning. We've mentioned our supplements. One other thing I want to mention about your essential oils is your blends. A lot of times people get confused because you've got your peppermint essential oil and then you've got Magnify Your Purpose, okay? Well, there's no plant called Magnify Your Purpose. No, this is a blend of essential oils, meaning that one of Gary Young's passions was taking individual essential oils and marrying them together so their synergistic effects are that much greater. I happen to have a Bible study going on right after this, and so I have Magnify Your Purpose and Sacred Mountain because these are my oils that I use to help focus during my worship time. So again, the uses for these essential oils are too numerous to mention. Okay. All right, last thing I want to mention, and I'll stop sharing my screen. Okay, last thing I want to mention is our personal care products. Again, because as I discussed earlier, your skin is your largest organ. It's really, really important for you to start thinking about what you're putting on it, what you're putting on your kids, whether that's mineral-based, whether that's full of fragrance. There's a full line of personal care products from Young Living, whether you've got babies, whether you've got kids, whether you've got aging skin that you can use to replace all of the stuff that you're using. And that's not an overnight thing. It's just as you start to get rid of or run out of your current products, start to look at your Young Living products to see what's there so that you can just start to replace and get rid of the toxins in all areas of your life, okay? All right, so let's talk about, if you are not currently a Young Living member, what in the world does that even look like? There are 3 ways to order from Young Living. The first way is retail. Basically what that means is you need to get with whoever invited you to this class and get their member number, and you can go in and you can order retail. I am extremely frugal, and I do not like encouraging people to do that because you are just going to spend 24% more than everybody else. And so I hate even mentioning that. But it is an option. If you just want one thing and you're okay spending 24% more, you can do that. You do still need a sponsored and enroller number. The next way is a better way, and that is by getting one of our premium starter kits. Now, these kits are set up so that you get the most bang for your buck. Whether you're looking at replacing all of the cleaning products in your home, you could look at the Thieves Starter Kit. Whether you are interested in supporting your systemic health, you could look at the Ningxia Red Starter Kit. Whether you've heard about CBD and you're like, I gotta have some of that stuff, you can get started with a CBD Starter Kit. Or an Essential Oil Starter Kit, which is gonna give you 12 oils, a diffuser, plus samples of the cleaner and the hand sanitizer. Just such a phenomenal way to get started, and that is going to save you over 50%. So that is a much better way to get started. And then the best way to get started is by using your premium starter kit and joining the Essential Rewards system, okay? Now, this is not asking you to sign your life away or sign up for anything other than we highly encourage you to take at least 3 months. Just give it 3 months. It takes 90 days for complete cell turnover. So for you to use 1 packet of Ningxia Red and expect to be Wonder Woman, that's just not going to happen. But if you give your body 3 months to start to detox and start to use these products, you can start replacing products, ditching and switching. You're not spending more, you're just spending differently. You're not going to the grocery store for it. You're getting it from Young Living. And you sign up for the Essential Rewards system. That is going to save you 24%. Well, it's going to save you over 50% on the starter kit. You're going to get the 24% wholesale membership, and then you're going to start earning an additional 10, 20, and 25% in rewards points that you can turn around and use for products. Okay? And so that's how you're going to get started with Young Living. And then if this all sounds great, but you can't afford it, We also want to make sure that you're aware, and this is never required, that we have these meetings every Thursday night. And just by inviting 3 people to come and listen next week, you could get your starter kit paid for. There is an income side of Young Living that is very beneficial, whether you just want to get your starter kit paid for, whether you want to pay the car bill the next month, or whether you want to replace a current income. It is all possible. We are here to walk you through. We also have other Zoom meetings that you can come dream with us, and you can come learn what it looks like to just simply share. Basically, just simply share that this has changed your life.